On this episode, we talk about competing with Elon Musk, Hulu subscriptions, and 22-year-old Gary.
Is that what 22-year-old Gary would do?
Yes. You ask questions, and I answer them. This is the AskGaryVee show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the AskGaryVee show. I am Gary. Jesus Christ, I really haven't done this in a long time. Yeah, I mean, listen, even the best of us get rusty. Hey, everybody, this is GaryVee, Nerd Chuck, and this is episode 152 of the AskGaryVee show. Was that me mixing Wine Library TV's intro?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Hey, feeling good? Fired up for this show, clearly. And really excited. Haven't talked to you guys in a little bit of time, and I apologize. Been traveling, hustling, making things happen. The Jets won. I am now 5 for 5 on my prediction. Did you bet? Like, it's time that people start really betting. I think the Patriots prediction this Friday's show is going to be real. What's today, Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Good, and we're doing a show tomorrow? Yep. And Friday. All right, we're gonna roll. India, I think it's time to get into the show. Oh. Love it. Let's do it.
Mario asks, suppose Elon Musk just started his own media wine resale company competing with you in your neighborhood. How do you respond?
I would actually be I would be fired up, happy, because that is my game, not Elon's. And so and this is straight up truth. It is insane how when I hear that question, how obvious this is to me that I would absolutely destroy him and he would fail miserably if he was trying to beat me in that game. In the same way that I would fail if I decided to, you know, invent rocket ships into space and Tesla cars and things of that nature. When I play my game, whatever that is, building an agency, building a wine retailer, whatever I do next, if I'm operating, right? Forget about it, investing, where it's a little bit of a crapshoot. Forget about JVs where I have partners. Me, Gary. If I'm operating, there's not a single person in the world that I'm scared of at all, ever, because the only thing that can happen is both of us getting ours. There is nobody that's gonna beat me. The markets are too big. I'm gonna get mines. And so I'm not scared of Elon or Shmilon or Zucks or Cubes or Ashton or anybody about anything that comes to do with the game that I'm playing, because I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. Could they possibly do more business than me? Sure. I mean, I'm not excited about that, but sure, I guess it could happen. I don't think there's another agency over the last 4 years that has grown at the size that we have, and in the liquor business, the same thing happened. But of course, somebody can come along with that kind of talent, but that's not gonna stop me from getting mine. And so, the answer to your question is I would be pumped, because I think there would be a lot of people talking about why did Elon lose his mind and go and start small businesses. And two, I would enjoy the victory that I would get, which would get me more street cred for punching Elon in the mouth.
James asks, why not go halves on the Jets or quarters and elevate the team to the level only Gary could? The owner has to see some value in your methods. Seems like this might be something more realistic and attained sooner. Is it all or nothing?
James, it's all or nothing, mainly because the owner's not interested. I mean, Woody Johnson is a billionaire. He's doing his thing. He's not outwardly reaching out to me. He's rolling and going about his merry way, and that's that. And he's in control of that situation. I'm not worried about it. I'm focusing on what I can control, which is amass enough wealth and power and opportunity and narrative and leverage and branding to give me the best shot to actually pull this off. And so that's why. Plus, I would never go in for an ask, right? I would never be like, hello, Mr. Johnson, why don't you sell me 25% of the company or things of that nature. Just not in me. I'm gonna take it if I deserve it. I'll get it if I'm good enough. And so I'm focusing every piece of my energy doing things to put me in that position, because the amount of luck and serendipity that has to happen for me to even get that at bat, literally the passing of the company on, whatever Woody decides to do with it. Hopefully he owns it his whole life, and hopefully he lives for a very long time, and hopefully, because I'm much younger, I'm there in a position to make that purchase if his family doesn't want to hold on to it. So there's just a million different variables that come into play that have to fall into place, but I just need to focus on what I can control. And really, for everybody, that's the biggest thing. Way too many of you, and I've been really digging into my community in the last 3 or 4 days. This has actually turned into a really good question. A lot of you are just worrying about shit you can't control. Like, it's unbelievable. I don't know what's the matter with you. Like, you can't control it. The end. Like, it's not super complicated. You can't control the weather. You can't. Like, people literally crying that it rained during their like flea market or food fair, or I don't remember exactly what it was. Like, okay, but then I was like, okay, maybe it was just a single rant, but like 7 tweets of like, well, like it rained. Like, Mother Nature f***ed you. Take it. Like a woman. And like, and so, I just don't believe in crying over things you cannot control. And so I just think about the things I can control. And so please try to take this answer and understand how important it is to not dwell, but instead reverse it and think about what you can be doing during that time. If when it rained during times I've done flea markets, I packed up and went dollar store and Toys R Us shopping. Like, I didn't just sit there and take my rain. Yeah.
Yannick asks, what's your opinion on always wanting more in life? Good, bad, and why?
That's a really good question. My point of view on this is both. Always wanting more in life, seriously, while being very, very content and happy at the same time. That's what I am. This is something you may not know. Though I would be disappointed, and my ego, which is a nice part of me, would really take a hit if a little weird genie showed up right now. Weird genie, got it? Boom. If the weird genie said to me, hey Gary, I'm the weird genie of the future. Bad news, you're not gonna grow anymore. This is it, you've plateaued. I'd be like, ooh, like a big shot, but I'd be like, all right. Like, to me, like, I've had a great run already. Like, I've done really well. And many people would be really happy to have these professional accolades and successes as their entire life's work. That would rip my heart out of my body right now if that were to be true. You don't have to animate them ripping my heart out. No Mortal Kombat shit here. But it is probably surprising to some of you, because I don't talk about it as much, how content I actually am. And so my point of view on it is a very strong balance of happiness and content with what you've got, while being very hungry and striving for real victories and upside in the climb and the game. And so that's where I'm at. And as you can imagine, as you're probably listening to this, that makes me very happy. Like, it's probably a big reason I'm so damn happy. It's a nice place to be. You like that?
Yeah.
Thanks, India. I'm ripping it with you today. Yeah. Really winning India over.
Every episode.
Thank you.
It's Robin Norgren with faithandcreativity.com and Josie's Art School, thanking you for all that you share with us entrepreneurs or would-be entrepreneurs. So my question is that Hulu made a decision recently to offer its subscribers the option to have ad-free subscriptions, and wanted to know what your thoughts are on that. We will keep asking questions. I'm so glad that you keep answering them. Thanks, GaryVee.
You got it. Thank you for such a darling video. Loved your earrings, by the way. I think it's a smart business model. Some people value time, hate ads enough to pay for a subscription. Other people are willing to go the other route. They don't want to pay for the subscription. I think giving customers 2 or 3 options. My preference is 3. I think there's a lot of interesting psycho data around that. To how they want to experience a platform is very, very smart. I think it lends itself to higher profit margins, especially when you do 3. And so I think that's a very smart move by Hulu. I do not believe that one, especially if you're a platform, one option is the way to go. As a matter of fact, if I ever do a book by myself, self-publish, because now I'm a free agent after this next book comes out. That's right, HarperCollins. Call me I would probably do some really interesting 3 different pricing models where you get different options. I think there's interesting dynamics around that. So I think Hulu made a very smart decision. As a matter of fact, I haven't done a question of the day, but I'm gonna throw one in for a little while. Just a little side question. Would love to see how many people would rather have 1 minute, well, how many ads are there in a Hulu? Probably like 2 or 3 minutes, right? How many people are more into like, you'll deal with the 3 minutes, or how many people would rather pay like the $8 or whatever it is a month?
13 for like the ads.
13?
8 for like the ads.
Got it. So, curious.
YouTube just announced theirs today.
Yep, YouTube Red. I saw that, haven't dug in yet, but yeah, I mean, look, I think subscription models are very smart. I think people are willing to pay for it if they get the value of the content. I think a lot of people would pay for this show if I ever decided to convert it. Not a whole lot, but something. As a matter of fact, that's another side question. If you were to pay, and put $0 in the comments on Facebook and YouTube, if you were to pay, what would you pay for a month subscription of the AskGaryVee show? It'd be really good data. And it'd be really important for me, and I'm not gonna do it, so don't worry. I just wanna know the truth. So don't try to make me feel good, and don't try to razz me. Just tell me the truth. I was like, hey, this was it. The next 150, the rest of my life, I'm going to a subscription per month. Here's, minimum of 520, minimum of what do you think? Guaranteed 11 episodes per month, 12. I feel like that we're at least minimally ringing on that, as many as 20. What would you pay? That'd be interesting too. I think it's good learnings for all of us. So keep it real.
Dan asks, would 22-year-old GaryVee have watched the AskGaryVee show?
Would 22-year-old GaryVee has to AskGaryVee show? That's a good question. The answer is no, which is interesting, but true. 22-year-old Gary knew he had it and didn't want to learn from other things, which I don't know if it's a strength or a weakness, but he believed in what he had in his body, and I believed in what I was gonna be, and felt that my fresh, naive eyes and my intuition was more valuable than putting things in my head, which would then be known as, well, look at how that person did it, and they did it well. I truly do believe that one of the reasons so many of you watch this show is because I say things different, I come from different angles, and I really do believe that's because I don't consume anybody else's stuff. I think it helps me keep fresh. I think my stuff comes from operating. I think, just, I'm giving you a wide view because the background changed. I think my stuff comes from actually operating. I think my stuff comes from an intuitive place. And I don't try to consume anything. As a matter of fact, I was at this event where there was an opening keynote during the dinner where I had to meet with a client. Boy, I really didn't like it. It was a really bad experience. One, I wanted to go up, I literally wanted to go on stage and hit him with a chair, WWF style, and take over. Like, all right, and then, and just don't feel like that's my learning style. So 22-year-old Gary would spit in the face of the AskGaryVee show. Sorry, D-Rock. And that's that. Missed you guys a lot. Really pumped to be back in the saddle. We'll try to bring it stronger and harder tomorrow. You keep asking questions. I'll keep answering them.